party, organization, institution, or individual. Freedom FM 87.9, your best choice.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired.
Okay.
Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
On the 2K, when they say the use of fake grand level, fake grand level, but just talking more, just talking more. See the road condition, my people. JB, are you here? You say you coming rescue us? At the rescue mission road here, the 22K, at the road your face here. What? You're wicked in your country, my people. JB, very weak. When they say the use of fake grand level, but just talking more, just talking more. See the road condition, my people. JB, are you here? You say you coming rescue us? At the rescue mission road here, the 22K, at the road your face here. What? You're wicked in your country, my people. JB, very wicked. You wicked, oh, I see wicked not the day before. So we are doing not happy. Eh?
I just want to walk.
See, what? See,
that's one thing. What? That's one there. Who can be over here, ma?
The 2K, when they say the use of fake grand level, but just talking more, just talking more. See the road condition, my people. JB, are you here? You say you coming rescue us? At the rescue mission road here, the 22K, at the road your face here. What? You're wicked in your country, my people. JB, very wicked. You wicked, oh, I see wicked not the day before. So we are doing not happy. Eh?
I just want to walk.
See, what? See,
that's one thing.
Thank you very much.
What are you here this morning for?
I'm here in representation of the Revolutionary National Youth League, the Interminable Marriage Coalition for Democratic Change. We're here to support not just the chairman emeritus of the Congress for Democratic Change, but we're also here to support the man who is the chairman of the Progressive Caucus, the CDC Revolutionary Progressive Caucus. Forward, 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 Progressive Caucus, forward, forward. CDC Progressive Legislative Caucus. And that person is not a person about Chairman McGill. So here, provide revolutionary support. And we are asking the police. The police is a state police. It's not a partisan police. Every time when there are occasions to assemble, you've been used as partisan police instead of being state police.
Down, Bogger police, down.
Listen to me and listen very well.
Yes.
Mr. Policeman, you are not the ones with the highest salary in the government. Listen to this. You are not the ones that are making $2,000 United States dollars.
Be prepared to me because a criminal like you, a convicted criminal, people who goes and say to you, they are contributing. They are contributing to, and you think because you're talking now and say there, I can have my 100% disagreement with the Unity Party, but I think I do not support the Unity Party for you. A Senator with the school to be dictating when Mr. Baga have to run his government. And you beyond what I always say, you beyond Sylvester Crispy. You say Sylvester Crispy because you are You see, that's the hypocritical nature of the criminal like you. See, you want to cut it off. But the other thing will carry on. And hypocritical nature, you ask me here, I can engage you because you have relationship with Jake Tabacol. You see, that's how people don't, I say this free to you. That's how we
get bring out to go to the main too.
So the man wanted for you to go Steve on the web store.
Yeah. He said, I'm on John to go Steve to the web main store.
He's a kissy old man. He know people fully well. A criminal like that, you voice cannot become a voice of reasoning to detect the workings of government of our country. Who told you because you sit behind the microphone and you utter say people are criminal? They say, if any get you, then you say you're running behind America. Okay, you see, it's an irony. It's an irony in our today's Liberia. The criminal who decide to have a media, a platform. Today he tried to impose himself on the society. That is the society we are accepting, that you forgiving. Sometimes you've been tolerated. It doesn't mean you are one of those kind of people you love Liberia. How can a criminal like you love Liberia? How can a spineless, shapeless, shameless criminal like you go every day, you have zero conscience. You have no conscience. They tell you are so deadly, you are conscienceless. So every day you sit behind a microphone and say to the librarian, and forget it, you're taking advantage. I don't think that because people listening to you, they assure you for your nature and your actual character. What you are known for in this country and globally, and you remain a national embarrassment and shame to your family and your children, they will never escape. Central, you look like a tattoo in the heart of your kids. They will never be redeemed from that. Whenever they think they will know their father was incarcerated internationally, globally, he's a criminal who pretending to use a platform to change his face and his reputation. That will never go free. And you basically go on station and you talk and say, oh God, and you call God me. But you see, God is very unique. God is a very unique God. Very soon, you will be greeted with the consequences of what you have led, that led to the left, that people, the Americans, people are aware. They're aware. So thank you very much for that question.
They get money into the store, they will go take it from there. I say, my man, go see to the main store. They bring her to go see to the main store. They bring her to go see to the main store.
So the man wanted for you to go Steve on the web store.
Yeah. He said, I'm on John to go see to the web main store. They get money into the store, they will go take it from there. I say, my man, I only buy for the same leisure.
Then how can the people catch you now?
The people. Before the man call me back, now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now?
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go Steve?
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, oh, my man, I'll let you be I'll call you back again.
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You live for your working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go Steve now?
No, I'm not go Steve. I go Steve. I go to yeah. How you question me, man? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say
when they call you in the net now.
When the man call me in the net,
yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message you want to give you what?
Tea. Have milk tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea?
Yeah.
For you to drink?
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside?
With egg inside, my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say, carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food man give you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say, thank you. I say, okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right here. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now?
Yeah, the same man.
The man tell you say, want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say, clean the car. Then there are 2 now.
In the Jeep.
Then there are 2.
A big Jeep.
Yeah.
That
big Jeep. Photo Jeep.
Photo Jeep.
Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
Air condition all is
papi, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. But you can judge people.
I just answer your question, sorry.
You can judge people that can.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talking the question, you like say when I move from here, I'll free. You like say when I move from here, I'll free. You said one talk again. I wanted to make a whole talk clear to you, but you talk with the question. Hi, looking, then you want force another more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office at OSP.
The tea is going to be like, come to you say you get the tea to the man. After you get the tea to the man and you come back. So what next?
And for me, I'll not vet.
Nobody get you very say ask me too much question. Hey, there's me to say maybe your egg and bread. You bring it to okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry. If you I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer, then
Okay, explain again.
For day, an exciting opportunity, a great pleasure to be back on your radio set to engage on the issues that matter most to Liberia's growth and development. Today is Thursday, and of course, this is the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. What is going on in Liberia? So we'll speak with the Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change to tell us exactly what is going on. This is scary. And so 22 minutes ago, I'm seeing a video here being shared. Okay.
After shooting. I think you are here in a concert.
Okay, this one here is troubling. And of course, 25 minutes ago, the Secretary General of the CDC just posted this video of the shooting incident at the CDC headquarters. So let me now call, let me seize everything and call the CDC Secretary General. Let me see. After I will try to call authority from the Liberia National Police to understand what is going on. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Wow. Folks, let's hold on. So yeah, we now have the Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change, Mayor Jefferson Koji. Good morning. Welcome to the Freedom Money Rise.
Good morning, Abu, and good morning to the Liberian people.
I don't know where exactly to start from, but what we're reading on your page and the video you just posted, I talk to the people of Liberia. You're live on the radio. What is going on?
Okay, Abu, like we have consistently called out the systematic pattern of Mr. Boakat's attitude to disrupt and destabilize our heart and peace. It is becoming evidently clear as early hours this morning, the premises of the Congress for Democratic Change once more again invaded by heavily armed state security. Not only was invaded, it was engaged with sporadic shooting. As we speak to you currently, we yet to locate the whereabouts of schools of partisans, and we want to make it categorically clear that the peace of this country that was consolidated by us is bigger than the Boakat desperate ambition to govern this country.
How is the situation now as we speak?
As I speak to you, the situation is these premises have been engulfed with pandemonium. Our intelligence and security are making their way to move at the party headquarters again for the third time.
So have they as you're on the phone now, are the police still in the premises or they've left?
And physically tell you, because like I said, this is a state of pandemonium. Things are helter skelter.
Where are you currently? Where are you currently? I know.
Currently as I speak. Yes, no, but I don't back down. So we take full fledged of what we believe in, and so I'm headed at the party headquarters as I speak to you. We were out, and that took place. So now I'm heading at the party headquarters. Any moment from now, I will be there in person.
What report have you received from your folks on the ground in terms of casualty and all that?
Yeah, that I'm sending you some up to person. Some people cannot be their whereabouts yet to be established, and I understand they are also casualty. They are badly harmed and all their property damage. And I think what's happened not only that they went there, they I think were even engaged into looting. So there are people residing at the party headquarters. These women, these prayer mothers who normally stay at the party headquarters. They are homeless people. So His Excellency Dr. George Panawia decided to find an opportunity where these women can be there and what they engage into their prayers activity. I also been informed they were also victims. They were also victims. Few of them were harassed by state securities and all. As we speak to you, and properties were also taken away. So there's a lot of things happening. My phone, I'm hearing that the background at the party headquarters there is currently it knows at the background of the party headquarters. So I'm trying to move there effectively immediately to be able to give you the actuality on the ground. But as I speak to you, situation is declining, situation is escalating.
What can you say is the reason for this? I know it will be kind of difficult to say, but I'm sure by this time you have spoken with the police authority as a party to ascertain why was the police invasion about.
No, the police have never availed itself as a responsible body that should be able to play a deep sense of neutrality. The police haven't done that. The first of it come, the police invaded the first perimeter. The police did that before. We call on them. There was no clear explanation what was happening about that. So what we have done is to call our partners. That's what we have done, is to call our partner and to call our citizens and our partisans. But I can tell you, Abu, let me move in quickly. Things are deepening. I don't have long time on the phone. Situation is currently escalating as I speak to you.
Okay, Mayor. So we will call you later on. Okay. So folks, that's it. That's exactly what is going on now at the CDC headquarters. And if you are anywhere around the premises of the CDC, I will encourage you to call us. And let us know exactly. Let's know exactly. Let me try and see if I can speak with some of the folks from the Liberia National Police, some of the authority there. Let me see if I can get the spokesperson or the operation, right? Okay, let me see if I can speak with the 102 of the police and be sure exactly. Okay, let me see. It's important for us to understand what is going on, and I'm calling the 102, the deputy for operation of the Liberia National Police, Mr. Freeman, and see the phone is ringing. The phone is ringing. So let's see and try to understand try to get a clear and balanced picture of what's actually transpiring. But this is sad. So this is actually not what we went to election for. I'm not sure if this was the Liberia we stood in the rain in the sun to vote for. I'm not sure if this is the quality of leadership. This is the kind of atmosphere that Liberian voted to invite. I am not sure. I am not really sure. So that's why we are all left wondering, why do we have it like this? Why do we have it like this? Why is the state proceeding in this form and manner? Why is the state proceeding in this form and manner? Okay, let me try. So I'm calling on the WhatsApp. I'm not getting him. Let me try on the main line. Let me try on the main line. Let me call.
Let me call Mr. Nelson Freeman. So his phone is ringing. So I'm calling direct now. Before I was calling on WhatsApp. He didn't pick up. So let's speak with the police. Try to understand what is going on.
Hello.
Hello, Chief Nelson Freeman. I'm sorry to call you this abrupt, but you're on the radio. This is Abu Sharif Freedom FM, Chief. There is an emergency I've called you to speak to us about with regard this report coming from the CDC that there's a presence of a heavily armed security officer. So you being the operation of the Liberia National Police, I care to ask you as to what do you know about this? Can you confirm this? And what is informing this decision or this action this morning?
So, Mr. Sharif, a group of people from the CDC headquarters converged on the main road at about 5 o'clock this morning. Through stones are vehicles, are moving vehicles temporarily, and for some reason, best known to themselves, they disembarked and can't return. We started having vehicles moving in, but like 30 minutes ago, we also got another information that another group converged on the main road from the same location and started to be very violent. And so we had the police moving in to see what is happening, engage them, see what their concerns are, and make sure that we maintain public order. That's why I'm ongoing right now. So we are advising all road users to avoid the main Tottenham Boulevard, especially the corridor in between the car wash, executive car wash, and the Nigeria House. We're diverting the traffic in the whole road while we are trying to manage the situation.
According to you, a group of individuals moved in from the CDC headquarters, right?
Right, that's correct.
For what reason?
I cannot confirm right now because I really don't have the details. But I know that it started very early this morning, and because the situation is still fluid, I'm sure as soon as we get the details, we'll let you know. I mean, I got some unconfirmed report that our drug raid was being conducted around the vicinity. I don't know if that agitated the situation, but I don't want to be fast to say what was it because I still don't have the details.
Okay, but there was a drug raid around the vicinity.
I heard that, but I cannot confirm it. Okay. Neither can I say it did not happen.
But you can confirm that the individual that blocked the boulevard came from the CDC headquarters.
I can confirm that. I can also confirm that 2 of my officers were dragged in the CDC compound. One of them got injured. I'm almost at the JFK trying to see how I can see him. I know the pictures will be as soon as I can lay my eyes on him. And it's also my understanding yet to be confirmed that one of the officers is still being held hostage in defense. I cannot also confirm that, but that's what I got.
It's also been reported that your men opened sporadic fire. Can you confirm that?
No, not up to present. Details as situation unfold, we will get the details. If of course our guy did that, we got nothing to hide, my man. We are professionals. We'll let it all know exactly what's unfolding.
There's a video trending on the social media, and there are gun sounds in the background.
Yeah, so I mean, possible it could be from anywhere, but I can't say for now. So the situation is fluid. To the best of my knowledge, my guys have not used any firearm yet. They have not even started to use smoke yet. So as soon as that, anything we do along the way while we're trying to maintain
your men enter the CDC compound.
Well, Mr. Sheriff, I don't have access to what you got. So that's why you got right now, but I don't have the videos on. You calling me up. This is the full radio station I'm speaking to this morning. So I don't have the opportunity to be on the internet like you do. So what you got will all be looked at.
Yeah, but according to you, some of your men were held hostage and taken into the CDC compound.
Right.
So what did you do to get them?
I understand that they threw them out the same way they dragged them in, but I don't have any confirmation, Sekou. I wish I had the details, then I would talk to you about it. Abu, I just don't have the details. If I got them, I will let you know. Look, my man, we got nothing to hide here, my brother. We'll say to you exactly what is unfolding. I'm not one of those persons who sugarcoat the facts.
Mr. Freeman, it's been over an hour since this happened. You're telling me as the 102 that you do not have the detail as to whether your men entered the compound or not.
No. To the best of my knowledge, my men have not reported to have entered the compound. So if what you're saying to me, you saw my men in the compound, so what do I say to you? You asking you a lie? I'm just saying I've not authenticated your own information. That's what I'm saying.
Do you have
I have my communication in my hands. I have my telephones. I have my radio. And to the best of what I'm getting, my guys have not made entry into the CDC headquarters at any point this morning yet. But where the information available to you could be different.
Do you have any report of that?
No, not up to now.
Looting.
And I cannot confirm that as well.
Lootings and vandalization.
Yeah, a couple of vandalization. I understand even an EPS car was broken into. One of my assistants' car was back when she was smashed. So those are fast.
The CDC is also claiming that your men vandalized their premises.
Okay, so I got a line. I got a call coming from another radio station, and I think I've had a little bit of time with you. We can always talk. Let me answer the other station as well. Please, you say it's not Sekou, it's who?
Abu. Thank you.
I'm available for any further information, but I mean, we can hold it all together this morning.
Okay, so folks, that goes to confirm that indeed there were police presence at the CDC headquarters or around the vicinity of the CDC. Let's take the words of the police Deputy Inspector General, Mr. Nelson Freeman. He has confirmed that yes, indeed, the police responded to what he described as as an attempt by some unknown men from the CDC compound to block the main Tottenham Boulevard. So I try asking as to what have they gathered as a reason for that, as a reason for them, blocking the Tottenham Boulevard. So I'm going to leave it with you to reason around it. Out of a sudden, people just leave. And also, so he's saying that there could be drug raid. I don't know who I can talk to from the DEA to be able to understand whether there was a scheduled drug raid around the vicinity of the. But the whole thing about the DEA, everybody acting, we even know who then they say, oh, the men, they probably not dismiss all the men. And our man that used to be the spokesman, Ghibli, right? It's no longer there. So, well, folks, so the phone lines are open. If you have my number and you're around there and you have some information exactly on what is going on, let us know about exactly. Let's see what a new development from the CDC headquarters this morning, as it's been reported that there were sporadic shootings. The police has confirmed the presence of police officers there, and the police authority are still tight-lipped on why were there police officers, aside from the fact that they were responding to a roadblock. In this video I'm hearing, the police is claiming that they do not have report of any gunfire, but I'm hearing live rounds. Live rounds. Folks, this is scary. Whatever this is, we need to understand. So, okay, so this is Liberia. This is Liberia. Funny. we gotta do this. We gotta do this thing. Okay, we got to do this. Right? So, but what is informing this? What's going on? In fact, the president is not in the country, and then you're attacking the major opposition political party in this form of manner. What's the calculation behind that? Right? What is the calculation behind that? And from any security standpoint, one will understand that, okay, so this is coming from Spoon TV live, and you see the entire vicinity is, I don't know if we can get, Kuzo, if you can come in to put this thing on our screen, it will be good. So now I am seeing the entire vicinity is like a ghost camp. There are a presence of sedition in the compound from this video footage. The police are on the road.
There seems to be some calm, and as to whether it is the calm before the storm, that is the question. As to who's regrouping or who's been calmed down, we cannot tell you what the next move will be. But if you headed towards town and you are to use the Tottenham Boulevard, just be assured that this is what is happening here this morning. There is a protest scene and the police has responded, and this has led to the portion of the Tottenham Boulevard from the Orange Digital Center or from the PLP's headquarters end coming towards the Old Road Junction. This entire stretch has been cordoned off. As you can see, the sizes of stones that have been thrown, they're all on the main road, sticks and the rest. Yeah.
Okay, folks, so that is a report from our own friend Damas Langard, and of course he's there bringing live events taking place there, and he's saying protest. I don't know if this is a protest. I don't know whether it's safe to call it a protest. It's still scanty details as it regards what we are seeing this morning, waking up this early morning, Liberians. So if you are coming from the Pinsville end or from the Roberts International Airport and you're making your way to town, it's advisable that you use the SKD Boulevard through the Somalia Drive to town. I'm sure you will not have your way through unless probably there will be detours around the Oro, how do you call it, the VP Road, right? No, the Cali Junction area there, you can make a detour, enter through Oro, and then come out to the Oro Junction, if that is even safe, right? It appears like the blockade is being mounted from the PLP headquarters straight up to Oro Junction. There is no passage going on. The atmosphere looks scary. It's reminiscence of the war era. Why? How did we get here? This is troubling. There's a deployment of heavily armed to the thief police officers. See here, with all of their gadgets, so I'm looking at the video and I'm painting you a picture of exactly what it is here. As it stands, the seditions are in their compound. A few of them, because just this, I'm not sure. This have got to be the regular people that sleep over at the headquarters. You know, the place is a massive center, and you see women's are always there with their children and some other young folks, like the Secretary General said, most of whom are, for the most part, homeless, and the sanctuary at the CDC headquarters, and that has been the case for many years. So it's almost like a residence for them. So waking up this early morning to this one here, and scary. Okay, let's assume by what the police 102 said, that it is believed that there was some kind of gang raid around the vicinity of the CDC headquarters. Around the vicinity of the CDC headquarters. People need to understand now that for some reason that is a hot spot. And when you coordinate this thing, the last time there was police presence around the CDC headquarters, we said this. The state need to act responsibly. The state, in this case, the police need to act responsibly and, of course, independently. You are a representation of the state, and, of course, the authority you carry is rooted in the sovereignty of our country. Your actions must represent Liberia and not a political institution or an individual. Absolutely not. The police must be seen, the person. That's why you carry the flag of the Republic of Liberia. That's why you're carrying the flag. Whenever we see the police, we see Liberia. So your action must be representative of the country. And that goes to include everybody within the country. So if the police or any security agency seeks to take an action around such a hard zone, there must be proper coordination so that the leadership of the party is aware and they're able to speak to their guys so that your presence will not be misconstrued, misinterpreted, or responded to or reacted to in a faction that is not representative, of a decent organization of people and all that. So it is the responsibility of the police to do that. It's the responsibility of the state to do that. The state cannot kowtow into the notion of seeing a particular category of citizens as enemies. The state cannot be weaponized against its own people. The police cannot be seen as acting against a segment of the citizens, the country's people, to appease the political desire of a particular group of people or the ruling class. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is uncivilized, and of course, we cannot jump to conclusion. But we're just saying that these things are not healthy. You cannot be engaging citizens as though you're engaging rebels. You cannot be the mindset, and the mindset, the approach, the way you engage matters when it relates to CDC and all that. Saying, what's the meaning of all this? The police, after 1 hour ago, almost 2 hours, and the operation man, the man who releases command, man who the RG will speak to, and then he releases men to go and execute. It's telling us that he cannot tell us what happened, flip-flopping between what happened and all that. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Nelson Freeman is a big brother. Nelson Freeman, this is absolutely unacceptable. You cannot be hiding the details. It is not possible that these police people will leave the HQ or whatever they are stationed and move in, and then the officer in charge, I don't know how they will call it, right, will not file in a report on the situation. The security sector is very organized. The moment you get there, there's somebody who's already collecting intelligence, collecting the details, bim. There's something. In a civilized society, the police will already be speaking to the nation right now. Aside from these calls we are putting in, there will already be a statement from the Liberia National Police providing preliminary details on the issues there. Why are we not getting that? Let me check. Why are we not getting that? There will already be information about that, folks. Okay, let me see what we can get. Oh, okay. So yeah, I can open phone lines. People are already calling, and hear our response to this very terrible Thursday morning. Very terrible Thursday morning. Okay. One of the long employee posed as laughing at. I don't know, but we have to be careful, and the government will have to be very, very careful. You see, the peace and stability of this country rest on the shoulders of the president. Every time when we come here, we tell you that Mr. Barker is leading this country to a very dangerous path. Something we are predicting because we filter the informations that come in and all that. We predict and tell you that, these are terrible signs. The government must not be proceeding this way. They must not be acting this way. The president must speak. What kind of president we have since your induction into office? You have never mustered the courage to speak a message of unity, condemning all of the reported acts of discrimination, of witch hunt, whether you mean it or not. But the leader will speak a message out there, and the citizens and the followers. You see, the government folks are becoming very extreme. They're building this extreme sense of animosity for CDC, seditions, and people associated, because it appears as though the government have institutionalized hatred for the CDC, and this is bad. You cannot erase CDC from the history and record and the politics of Liberia. As a government, with a mandate to lead the country for 6 years, the stability, the peace of this country rests on your shoulder. All of you, each of you, bear full responsibility for anything and everything that happens in the country. It is absolutely stupid for you to be at the helm of state power and then still fermenting division and hatred, and you're seeing the writings on the wall, and yet the government is insisting on sounding reconciliatory. We need reconciliation. When Madame Sirleaf assumed the presidency of this country in 2005, after the civil, imagine immediately after the civil crisis, and there was still faction, there was still warring people, disarmament had not happened, demobilization had not happened successfully, people were still traumatized, people were still in that war mood. She had to adapt she had to adapt that reconciliatory posture. She would go down. She brought people on board in government for stability and calm. She did that. After 2011 election again, she had to do the same because of the bitterness that was within the CDC folks. In fact, even before the election, she moved ahead. You see, when Madame Sirleaf was able to bring people like Eugene Nangwe on board, the Unity Party, it was not solely because, but she understood that we must take action to penetrate the most terrible terrain for the stability of the country. So when you get people, the Secretary General on the other side, balancing the equation, in an attempt to balance the equation. But if you just draw a line, you say all the people that are on this side, all the people that are blue, they're beyond that, all the people that are green, they're on this side, is bad. Folks, we have continued to say these things, and some of you don't listen, some of you, and we are sounding this way because some of us are not interested in violence. We're not interested in chaos. We are not prepared for it. We know what the war cost the country. We know it. And if anybody should know it better, the man who is the president of the country now should know it even more better. And that he is ignoring all of these things. And that he is seeing and he is ignoring the potential of the CDC. Maybe this man needs to keep consulting and talking to his former boss, Mrs. Sirleaf. Oh, yes. But you see, all of it is tied into the fact that Mr. Bwaka is a terrible old man. Why is he not even talking to Mrs. Sirleaf and other people who advise him progressively? Instead, he has radicals, he has extremists, all in his cycle. People who are only desperate for power, for wealth. And they're misleading the president. And they come around the president. The only thing they say all kinds of terrible things. Oh yeah, you got to go after this. We can decimate. We can extend the CDC. We can break them off. We can destroy President. These are the kinds of things that they're having conversation around. And you see the state is being mobilized around that area. And that's why you see the police. Police is being used for these kinds of actions. It has become approved. And this is bad. This thing is not good. If anything happens here, the little small gains all of us have made in our little life will be reversed. The small achievements that we have recorded in our endeavors. Because, mind you, anything sparrow, anything goes on the wrong page in the country, anything, you all will be targeted. So we've been joined by the acting chairman of the Youth League of the CDC, Cadre Alvin Wissel. Good morning, welcome. Alvin, are you there? Good morning. Hello, good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Alvin. What can you? You're live on the radio. What can you tell us now about situation on the party headquarters? I'm sure you're there by this time. Alvin Wissel.
Good morning, Abu.
Alvin,
The
you're.
headquarters of the CDC has been barricaded. Been barricaded by heavily armed policemen and women. They have come with live weapons. They entered the party headquarters, and at the speed of you, they've been shooting tear gas. But the partisans has come in defense. They have mustered the courage. Citizens are rallying all over from the various districts, from the various communities, and the people are getting to the sense of realization that Waka cannot turn the country peace, cannot tear the country peace into chaos, into calamity. And so, as I speak to you, partisans of the institution are too bit away. I'm on the ground here. If Waka will take my life and take the lives of millions of citizens, we are prepared to do that in the name of our peace. We are prepared to do that in the name of democracy. We are prepared to do that in the name of protecting the peace and stability of this country. But as much as we are prepared to protect the peace and stability of this country, we are not going to allow this particular situation to turn out of proportion. But again, the partisans are here. We are all here. The police has mounted their various checkpoints, but people are trooping away. Since 3 o'clock in the morning, then here, and we are very much troubling time, Abu. Very troubling time, Abu.
So I just spoke with the 102 of the Liberia National Police Deputy for Operation, and he said that there were reports that the partisans blocked the road as early this morning. Your partisan left the party headquarters and placed a roadblock. Can you speak to that? And that what the police was responding to.
The 102 guys are blooded liar. He's a pathological liar, and he will have to respect to truth telling. The police entered the party headquarters and had an intent, because normally the Secretary General, the chairman of the party, the Senate Bureau can be having meeting as far as 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning. So it was an assassination attempt to come and kill the Secretary General of the party. It was an attempt to kill the chairman of the party. And because of partisans, because the guys came here, 100 men, armed men.
You can't just.
Abu, I said the situation. Yeah. As I speak to you, 4 persons they are taking away 4 persons. I speak to you. This is a death and life situation right now. This is not political commentary. This is land that have been used. Yeah, as I speak to you, we have collected the tear gas. Bring freedom radio or live on. Yeah, and the evidences. We have gathered all of the guys they're shooting all around the place.
Is it true that your partisan plays roadblock?
I will partisan play roadblock. So we've been to the party for 20 years, not play roadblock. I automatically police organization party program. It makes sense to you, Abu.
But what sense does it make that police will just respond to your party headquarters just like that?
What sense does it make that police will just go soon the money and block the place? What sense does that make to you? What sense does that make? That soon the morning police will just come out, they go do roadblock. What sense does that make? What sense does that make? The people came to the party yesterday, the kids of the Paragon birthday. They came here and they paraded. You were here. That was birthday. Yesterday, at 3 a.m. in the morning, they came here and they ransacked the whole place, the terror of the place. They said Palestine tape roadblock.
That's the account of the police. The police say they were responding to roadblock.
The police is a pathological liar. How do you be listening to the account? What do you expect for the police to do? The same policeman went and prevented the president at RIA, the very police people. So why should you be taking account for police people? Abu, don't you know that the police people have been compromised?
Do you have any police officer hostage?
Has given you go hostage. After Jack coming on the ground and say hostage for what?
And the police is claiming that you have held some of their men hostage.
Shooting here and say hostage. What kind of be hostage, man? What kind of question are you asking? What kind of question are you asking?
I need to confirm what the police have said.
The people move on your people, they go killing the people here, they go shooting the people here. They say and say somebody they're hostage.
I mean,
what kind of question is that?
I mean, you need to calm down. We want to set the record straight on some.
Tear gas is in my eyes. Tear gas is in my eyes, and I'm coming down. I just came to the fire color. I tell the rap. Tear gas in my eyes. The whole place went tear gas. And they say what? They are coming again. They enter in the fence. They are coming again. They are entering the fence. They are coming again. They enter in the fence. They are coming again. They are coming again. They enter in the fence. They are coming again. They are coming no more. They are coming again. They are coming again. Enter the fence. They are coming again. They are coming again. They enter the fence. They are coming again.
Okay.
I've just entered here. I've seen the situation. People are coming. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Abu, okay. Are coming. Let Abu. Let
all right. I mean, so you can understand exactly how why the feelings are the way they are. But yes, indeed. So yes, folks, that's exactly what it is. This is turning into something else, and we hope the necessary. This is turning into something else, and we hope. Okay, this is scary. This is scary. This is turning into something else. We hope the relevant people. Okay, so now let me see from the other side.
Back in passage, yeah.
So the police have moved very close to the entrance. At first, they were across the road in front of the MTN Lone Star Cell office, but they have moved from this report here and viewing from Real TV, so they have moved all the way in front of CDC, and their position with arms and everything facing directly the CDC headquarters.
Yeah. So keep following Chief FM Real TV.
So that's how they continue to move. That's how they continue to move. I believe they are taking instructions. They should be taking
instructions. As you can see from your screen there, the Liberia National Police are here making sure that things are put in place, and you see the citizens are coming out of the fence. So right now, cars and motorcycles are making their way to town and out of town. Yeah.
Okay, folks. So these are different reports coming from there, and I think we've done exactly what we have to do. We've spoken with both sides, and it is fair that we come to you, the public, to gauge your opinion. Some of you are as far as in your different homes and following exactly what is happening in Monrovia this morning. Some of you are out of the country in the diaspora, and this is what has been reported from your country back home. How do you feel? What do you think? For me, based on what we've gathered so far, this appears as a state-sponsored provocation, an attempt by the state to provoke violence, and the state must be the last people. In fact, the state must not in any way provoke violence. The state must be acting to prevent violence. The state must be acting to curb violence. The state must be acting to discourage violence. That's what I know it should be. That's how it should be, and that's what I know it to be. And this is exactly what the state must be up to, folks. So let me see if we can let me see what we can do here quickly for you this morning. Okay, let me see. Somebody say if we don't have, yeah, we have. My camera, we have. Our guys are making their ways already. Our guys are making their way already. So once they get there, we will definitely get them on to give us play by play. Once we get our guys, once we get our reporters, I mean, you can't be calling me when I'm on the radio. You did it to me yesterday. You're doing it again. I believe it's an attempt to cause distraction. Okay. I believe it's an attempt to cause distraction, and you must stop. Stop it. So yeah, folks. So let's open the phone lines and hear from the people of Liberia as how they respond, and particularly those around the CDC area. But this is scary. This is troubling. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. Particularly our diaspora people. What can we say? The government, the police have sent amen. Amen. And it's okay. Men at the headquarters of the CDC as early as 5 a.m. in the morning. And the police is claiming that there was roadblock. I don't know how somebody will lead a sleep, call their sleep in the night. Nobody can go pull roadblock. All that thing, they're not looking clear, but okay. Let's hear from Mr. Jura Sando. You are our first caller. Good morning.
Thank you for recognition. Abu, I listened to the 102. You interviewed him a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did not speak as a security officer. This man is Unit 102, the man who is involved in operation, the head of operation department, LNP.
Mm-hmm.
This situation took place around about 5 or 4 o'clock this morning. You interviewed him almost after 2 hours, but he couldn't tell you anything. As a conclusion,
mm-hmm.
I can't confirm. I can't unconfirm. But yet he told you that the police officer was held hostage. His name or her name, he can't confirm. He told you that if shooting took place, his men have now opened fire. We just saw Spoon TV when they both opened tear gas, but yet the police commander or the police 102 is not in touch with his men. Mm-hmm. Now, either he's not in charge or he has decided to lie. I repeat, he has decided to misinform the people of Liberia. And he keeps telling you all that I can't lie to you. I'm someone who believes in the truth. So the information he gave this morning are not true. Mm-hmm. They have to be bold. How can we hear firing in the compound? Mm-hmm. Yet he said maybe. So his men who deploy the police to move in.
That becomes the question. Who gives them the
instruction? Who gives the order? Over 50 police officers are around CDC headquarters. How did they move there? What brought them there? Yet the 102 is telling us after 3 hours, he can't tell us exactly what is from his men. What the men told him, I can't confirm. I'm like this. Is that how the state will be governed? Can we depend on these people to protect life and property? No. This is very, very unfortunate. I must say this morning. Thank you for the time you're giving me.
Thank you very much. And so let's go to the diaspora and pick calls from there. Let's hear from Mr. Famula. Good morning.
Massacre.
Massacre, sorry. Mr. Massacre, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Morning, Abu. I'm calling from the United Kingdom, to be precise, London. Moses Massacre. Abu, I have been following since you came on, and it is so pathetic that the 102 will come to a live broadcast where people across the length and breadth are listening and only to tell us that he cannot confirm, he doesn't have the information, but he had the information to tell us that as early as 5 o'clock or before then this morning, the CDC partisans blocked the road. How did he obtain such information?
Yeah.
But he couldn't verify. When you follow up your question is, listen, this thing is provocation. Provocation to the highest level. And like I said 2 nights ago to Abraham William, I was speaking directly to President Weah. When they came first, I did not speak because they came for the communists, and I wasn't a communist. Then they came again for the socialists. I did not speak because I wasn't a socialist. Then they came again for the trade unionists. I did not speak because I wasn't a trade unionist. And finally, then they came for the Jews. I didn't speak because I wasn't a Jew. But then when they came for me, there was nobody there to speak for me. This is what is happening now. If President Weah will remain in his mute position, the lives of the common people who believe in him will be destroyed. We are concerned about that. We are very, very concerned. As the spokesman of the most important opposition in the country, you can't sit down and let your people just be harassed and bullied and terrorized all of the time. So we cannot be mute. Or he needs to step aside completely. Let some young fools take over and hold the government feet to the fire. This government is deliberately, calculatively destroying the fabric of the CDC, and the former president is sitting in Wonderland. That's my piece of advice. Like when people, you have to stand up for yourself. They're seeing that President Weah is not ready to speak for you.
Recently, President Weah spoke, and he sent a caveat that the party was prepared to respond politically, legally, and politically.
It took almost 6 months before President Weah made that speech. 6 months. After that, what happened over the period of time? We all see what's going on. I'm not saying be violent, but the police and the national security should know there is a force that can reckon their actions if they don't stop. You can't remain mute. At this time, under CDC government, you know what was going on in Liberia, right?
Okay.
There were protests all over the place. That caused President Weah not to even succeed easily in his administration. He has so much time. He had to be fighting protests. There were protests even to a convoy. There were people saying we will storm the president's house. They're on record. They're there. They're in authority.
Okay.
So why are people being...
I'm sorry. Thank you very much. I think your point is clear. You need a voice to speak. You need a voice to be as loud as possible to counter the state-sponsored actions from the Liberia National Police. Hajiba, you're live. Go ahead.
Good morning to the people of Liberia. It's quite unfortunate. I first of all like to publicly criticize the level of hypocrisy in the police and what they are doing to the people of Liberia, because citizens are all Liberian. I mean, attacking the CDC headquarters does not mean that we cannot wake up and attack all of the ministries in Liberia. You understand me? Mm-hmm. This is the time for them to stop. If you think you can take the whole country police at the party headquarters we can attack the finance ministry, we can attack the ministerial complex, the same time you're attacking the party headquarters. If you think you can terrorize the people in the compounds of the CDC and you go scot-free, we can make the calls in Liberia and people will wake up and they will terrorize those places that you think those Liberians that is called sedition do not deserve to work. We can tolerize it today and we can do it right now as we speak. It's quite unfortunate that one group of people will just feel they own Liberia. They believe they are the sole owners of Liberia, and the other group of people does not belong to Liberia. It's quite unfortunate. And it saddens to see the international community sit in that country and say nothing about what is going on in the country. It's quite unfortunate to wake up in the morning and see this kind of thing happening. I mean, the government of Liberia does not want to protect the businesses in Liberia. The people who have invested so much in Liberia does not want to speak about that. People have put in the breaking pieces together and they are moving forward. This is what Joseph Boakai and his government want to bring to them, to bring frustration in their lives. You want someone to suffer for over 20 years to build their life. At the end of the day, war come in that country and nothing, everything cooled away.
Everything is rolled back. All the gains are rolled back.
You understand? This is frustrating. This is sad. This is sad for our country.
Thank you.
And if they not stop, something different going to happen. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Allah Hajiba. And so let's go to Abi. Abi, good morning. You're live. Good morning.
Thank you for the show, my dear brother. When I tune into your interview with the 102, my brother, I just laugh, brother. What is really going on? Why they want for the CDC? Why they really want for the CDC, brother? Because yesterday nothing happened. They didn't call for anything except we said that one with Miguel to the LCC, and then they came back, and that was it. What is really going on? Is it that they want to attack the party headquarters before they went to the...
And that's why I begin the show by asking what is really going on in the country, what is happening, what are the conversations they're having behind the scene?
Yeah, Abu, you are a journalist. Some kind of news, if you were reading last night, a letter, and that they asked a recurring, maybe they want to move to the party headquarters first and get hold of that before moving to the former president's house. Is that what want to go on? What is rather good? These people lost the election, they turned the country over to you. Focus, school coming open, parents are looking where to get school fees. School fee has gone up. Myself, I get children's school fees I got to pay, including mine and other people. School fee has gone up, brother. Seriously. Food prices, the bread and butter issues. CDC is not a bread and butter issue right now. It's not a bread and butter. Look, Abu, what is creeping 2029? That's why showing your hands so small.
People eating from the dump side. The government is not concerned about that, but they're concerned about attacking. Yeah, they're concerned about attacking the opposition political party.
Why are you keep on poking this particular bear? Forget about the people. They are noise maker. Forget about that. They lose elections. Move ahead. Rescue the country. Forget about these people. Once they're not causing trouble, leave them alone.
Okay.
What is wrong? Look at what happened in the country this morning.
Complete pandemonium.
People are skeptical everywhere. It's on the internet.
Thank you.
Then you want for investors to come to the country?
Thank you, AB. We're going to continue with this conversation. I'm sure I'm suspending every other thing. We're going to keep on with this. Let me take...
good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Chief. Welcome.
Thank you, Abu. Good morning. This is CDC Party Special Speaker. I'm doing joining from the grounds of CDC Party headquarters this morning as Concord Town.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Abu, let me say kudo to you this morning for your hard work doing this morning to be of I'm citizen of this country to choose to do the Liberian people work. I appreciate this morning.
Thank you.
Abu, this is Liberia. I just want for a Boakai to know that this country belongs to all of us as a Liberian. It's not for one Boakai country or for him a family. What do I mean by that? This is Liberia. This is our country. We were governing this country 6 years ago. Get what reason? We never have doing such a thing like this. And we as a citizen, as a youth, we decided if it test one, test all, K1, K all. We are not going to relay or resist to the Liberian National Police. They're not plenty more than the citizen. They're not plenty more than the country. We want to make them know this is our country. You will not choose to intimidate the citizen.
Oh, okay. The network. So let me take Lee Nangbechi. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. How do you describe? How can you describe the action by the Liberia National Police at your headquarters this morning?
Well, Abu, thank you this morning. Abu, all of these things that are doing is a calculated attempt. I think before on AB show, it was said, these guys, every time they go to the top security meetings, their discussions is to kill seditions at any point in time they make any attempt of protest, to shoot at them directly. So it's not strange. These guys, what they are doing, they want to take this country backward. And Abu, the late Doe said, and I quote, "Town trap is not for rat alone." All of the embassies near Monrovia, all of the international community who put so much in this country to see the peace that we enjoy today, they are sitting here. When the king was sick, the animal kingdom had the solution. I mean, the domestic animal kingdom had the solution, and they were in town. When the king called Chicken, you come and does sick. Chicken said, what concern me? He called Goat. Goat said, what concern me? They called Cow. Cow said, well, what concern me in that one there? When the king dollar passed off, when strangers began to enter the town, the first thing they started to kill, they say, "You kill 3 chickens. Let them go drink the soup." Here they say, "Okay, Billy go, let us sing us drink the soup." At the end of the festival, they say, "Okay, 3 cow, let them go eat." So town trap is not for rat alone.
Okay.
There's a rat jumping in a hole and went there and hurt himself. These guys need to stop what they are doing. This president is peaceful. He kept the peace. Seditions who they put on the microscope to be people of violence have never been violence in any point in time in this country since the inception of early in the United Party-led government administration up to current. Seditions have been themselves, and it is the United Party who are few doing all of these nasty things to people. Liberians need to wake up. The Christian community need to talk. The Muslim, the traditional council, and everybody involved need to talk. They need to stop this thing. Like for all of us. If you push them out to the water, they can't enter in the water. They will bounce back. Abu, thank you.
Thank you very much. For me, let me talk to all of you. I will make my say. I will have my say. I'm gathering all of my pieces. I will talk. Let's hear you from the diaspora. Good morning.
Good afternoon, brother.
Good morning.
Yes. Good afternoon.
You're calling from Seoul.
You know, Mohammed Kamara from United Arab Emirates. He knows about this thing that's going on is something that is planned.
Okay.
It's something that is planned by these people. It's something that is planned by these people. Something that is planned. That they all do this. They all do this. Reverend Coleman planned this thing alone with. You know, P. Johnson, Joseph Baker himself is a dictator. P. Johnson, a dictator. Jeremiah Kun, a dictator. So all of them combined, they come together. That is what they plan to do so that 2029, there is a sun for 2029. There is a sun. The sun started from 2023. We saw the sun. United Party were killing people. And nothing came for out of it. Joseph Baker awarded their job. Today, they are working. The veteran family are still crying. Nothing has come out of Waka to even sympathize with the veteran family. People protest in Beer Mountain. They went and kill people there. 8 more old baby died in Beer Mountain. 8 more old baby. If you say a lie, you can go and do investigation. 8 more old baby. Guess that they died in the protest. She was sitting at the horse where the people were coming with running before the mother could come from Osa. People run on her baby, the baby died.
8 month old baby died in that protest. I still had the baby picking my phone. 8 month old baby. So what all going on in Labrador? What can I aware of it? This thing was planned. Go outside when you go, we'll do this. If citizens work on it, you will not come. We say, oh, they overthrow the man. They overthrow Bwaka. There's a plan of Reverend Como. Be trusting.
Okay.
All these things are happening. Be trusting in hand, sir. Be trusting in hand, sir. What wrong with the people? What wrong with them? When CDC was running that country for 6 months, 6 years, do they ever attack United Party? Do they ever go and attack the party headquarters? There is a second time. The first one they made attempt. There is a second time. When they do their shooting, all they feel nobody was at the party headquarters. They do them once, so when they break today now, then they can start arresting people. Oh, you employ people for them to go do shooting. That's why we're recommending. But thank God people were there and people were able to blow a knife on it. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. And so, yes, and I like how all of us are following this. Let me see who else I can get on. Folks, we're getting terrible details backstage. And once we finish making all of our calls and gauging the different opinions, we will definitely, let me see if I can speak to a lawmaker. Okay, but just before that, let me talk to Mankebe. Mankebe, you're live on the radio.
I'll send you video. Please watch it now. What happened last night? I'll send video to you.
Okay. All right.
Share it.
Thank you. Let me check. I gotta see it first before I share it. That we can do our job. So let me see. Let me speak with somebody from the national legislature. It's important. What our lawmakers think. Let me go. We have the representative of district number 9, Honorable Frank Safoko. He is also a CDC stalwart. It's important that we have his opinion on these development. Honorable Soko, I'm sorry I did not inform you earlier, but this is actually an emergency call.
Yes, I'm here at the party headquarters, and as soon as I entered the party headquarters, the guys started shooting tear gas at me, and where I was standing, the people I'm standing with. This is serious. Mm-hmm. This is a problem, and I think President Bwaka does not mean well for the peace of this country. And this is wrong. I came here this morning in Goofy. Mm-hmm. I saw this on Facebook Live. I came, if you witness me or you watch me on Facebook Live, mm-hmm. I was here talking to the guys, and everybody were in the party headquarters. Mm-hmm. They were not out of the headquarters. So you could see that the police, mm-hmm. I don't know what is their mission this morning, but this is very bad. This is wrong. This is the main opposition political party. Mm-hmm. I don't think we Liberians should encourage this. President George Weah managed the peace of this country, and I think it is incumbent upon any leader to manage the peace of this country.
You mean your entry was greeted with tear gas?
That's what they did. But I mean, I came in peace. I didn't come for trouble. And what I was doing, you saw it. I was not focused on what they did, though they affected me. As I speak to you, I think you hear how I'm speaking. Mm-hmm. And they shoot tear gas to where I were. It affected me a whole lot. I'm not well from here. I have to run to the hospital. But I'm here to make sure that everything is okay. I'm here for the Liberian people. I'm here to make sure that my partisans are safe. I'm here to make sure that there is free flow of traffic. Since it is their responsibility to do that, and they don't want to do that, as one of the leaders of this country, mm-hmm. I'm on an obligation to make sure that I instill peace.
And that is exactly the reason why I call you. And you are live this morning on Freedom FM. The entire country is listening to you as a lawmaker, a member of the first branch of the Liberian government, waking up to this sad news, to this terrible happening in the country. What does that say to you about the government's commitment to upholding the peace and stability of Liberia?
Yes.
Hello, are you there, Honorable Foko?
Yes, as I speak to you, they are about to run into the party headquarters. They just gave an instruction, and we just got an intelligence on their instruction on the live radio. Because because I'm monitoring the live radio with me, and they said that they should come together. So I'm calling all Liberians to inform them that the Liberian government is about.
Hello, Honorable Foko, are you there?
I'm informing the Liberian people. I'm informing the Liberian people that Gregory Como has given instruction that they should fire live bullet at me at the party headquarters. And I'm not leaving from here. I'm on camera, and everything that Gregory Como has instructed the people to do, they are on their way coming into the party headquarters. I'm calling all Liberians, whatever the case is, I'm here. I'm not here to do wrong. I'm here to make sure that I instill peace. But they are giving instruction to fire live bullet at me on Gregory Como instruction.
Okay, Honorable Fogo, we will hold you there and hope that you keep safe and try to get away from it. Your life is very, very important. The country needs you around. We need critical voices like you in government, and you have been doing very well for your country. We hope you find safety and stay away from their trouble. Okay, so Liberians, you have it for yourself. You have listened to this, and this is a lawmaker. He has a security radio with him, so their communication, he's receiving it. So it is clear that the government of Liberia, having recognized their failure, having recognized their inability to deliver on their promises, having recognized the incapacity of the president, having recognized the strength and potential of the CDC to come back, and having understood that some of the things they're doing today could haunt them tomorrow, have decided willfully to resort to provocation and, of course, insurrection. This is equal to insurrection. This is equal to inviting insurrection. I mean, for a sitting lawmaker whose party is under attack, and I've gone there as a leader of the party and the leader of the country, to speak to his people being subjected to attack. Oh, you say, oh, when the Secretary General, when the Youth League chairman say, oh, but you understand. But this one here, we are telling you now on the radio, and that's why I have refused to interpret or to say I have called the people so you will hear from them, because we are conveyors. When we leave from here today is a critical day in our country history. For me, I know these things are happening because the government has failed. Imagine the government failing from year one. It is bad. It's terrible. The government is inviting situations to find excuses, so that the moment there is some kind of instability or hostility, the government uses that as an excuse to say, oh, there was violence, it scared away investors, it did this, it did that. Folks, this has been long coming. Since yesterday, this was planned. Let me come give you confirmation. You think let me come tell you what high ups in the Baka government were posting in preparation for today. And some of the justification, when I tell you, say they calculated this thing and they are executing it, and they started finding things to say. So now listen. The deputy spokesman of the government for operation, Daniel Sand, posted yesterday, said corrupt politicians leveraging the potential for chaos and instability to protect their illicit activities and shield themselves from accountability is merely a weak and lazy strategy intended to divert public attention from their corrupt activities and create fear, making it harder for citizens to mobilize against corruption, and very sadly, the militants and partisans, blah, blah, blah. As a country, we should, right? So when Daniel said this, he concluded. He said, "A clear, as we all know, the anti-corruption. No, there's this point. So now, So the reason Daniel then were made to make these posts, the posting or comments, was to create a perception that the chaos they are coming to ferment, that opposition people doing it, right? They were preparing for this chaos. Let me tell you what they did about some week ago. Some week ago, it is being reliably reported that the government of Liberia has brought in new military hardware. Are we preparing for war? Do we have any imminent danger posed on the safety and integrity of the territorial limit of our country? Why is the government spending money to hire military or to buy military hardware? 2 armored personnel carriers, or even more. We're suffering for money. Government are supposed to be breaking grounds for new road pavement, ensuring the extension and expansion of water supply and all that. Stability in electricity. It's been reported that they're bringing all these things. And they brought in crowd demobilization water truck. And you know that police water truck, what they can pour hot water in, they brought all of that. A government that want peace will be sounding reconciliatory, will not be buying military things, scaring the citizens, bringing all this. The government has been meeting in their security cycle, and they've been planning, they've been preparing, they've been doing all this. Tactical military jeeps are all being brought in the country and stored at the EBK barracks. Our sources have hinted at the EBK's barracks. And they brought these things under the cover of darkness in the night. They brought them sometime last week. What is going on? I continue to ask, what is happening in the country? Why is the president proceeding the way he's proceeding? I'm sure our dear colleague, the Digging Deeper man, will have some answer for that. And so let's join Michael Gilman way there in the U.S. Mr. Gilman, this morning we've wake up to what an unprecedented and of course happening in our country since that days. We've never seen this happen, an attack on the headquarters of the major opposition political parties in the country. You and I have predicted these things before, and they have happened now, and live bullets were fired at the CDC headquarters. Mr. Gilman.
Good morning, Abu. And let me say good morning to your listeners and the people of Liberia. I mean, these are the things that do cause us sleepless nights here in these United States of America. The safety, the peace, and well-being of the Liberian people are the things that cause us sleepless nights in the United States. It is not, I want to be on record for the first time, it is not about our current slate of leaders or the CDC legislative caucus that are causing us or will cause us sleepless nights. There are a few of them, like Frank Foucault, that we worried about, Akaros Gray, that we worry about. Okay? We say this.
Mr. Gilman, go ahead.
That we said these things in the past. We reported many times that the target is President Weir, that they will treat him. I listened to one of the callers who were talking about they came for the Jew And he said, I'm not a Jew, so he didn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
They came for the Samaritans. I'm not a Samaritan, so he didn't respond. But when they came for him, there was nobody there to respond. The Unity Party has a systematic approach to.
Oh my God. Okay, let me see who is this person.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Uncle.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chief. How you doing?
Fine, go ahead. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you for the past the manipulation of democratic speech. The police here order the instruction of the common. They decided force them in the face of the coalition of democratic speech. Therefore, they in the country 12 years. We think the government says here, one day we now may extend to say police go at the United Party to go and tell anything services. The thing they're trying to do to the country is the man ever the country, that's what the program take the country over to the black people. The man use CDC to say one call tears in the country because all of share the black people. Now the club of Agro July program and his team. And you leaving the country to tower to go and go to the point of call tears to the leader of CDC name. We are following the national committee and all like national leaders. They are not talking, they are not coming to speak to the issue. Police on the street. They see the tear gas in the fire. It's not fair. They see the black bullets in the fire. It's not fair. We follow the major leaders, the Muslim Council, the people, ever go ahead. That you come to see out there, to fight, and don't come to excesses. You know what things go on here. It will not be a small thing in the country.
Okay. So what is your name again?
I'm Dala Sagi. I'm calling for the party headquarters as I speak now.
Okay, Mr. Saki, thanks a lot for weighing in that. And let's see, let's rejoin Mr. Gimmer. Mr. Gimmer, I'm sorry I had to hold you there because there was a live report coming from the party headquarters that in fact the police have gone the extra mile and they're moving into the party headquarters again for the second or third time today.
They will continue to do that. They will continue to do that. This is something that has long been planned. Okay? They will do everything, anything to kill the CDC, to decimate the CDC. And our people sit back and take it for granted. When we bring these intel out to them, they
Hello, Abu.
Good morning.
Yeah, Abu, there's Robert Sopa calling from Beaumont.
Go ahead, Romeo.
It's not going in this country. It's not fun. If we are thinking of we tired, if we're not going to imagine our up there, then we sit down, yeah, we sound okay. They put them money off. The president will start disturbing now. They put them off. They put whoever care in this country. And no matter what we are, our leader, where is our leader? We're going to care outside. We're going to care outside. But the point is, it's very bad. It's bad. We are Liberians. Because you imagine how like this.
Okay.
We're in a really bad way. We maintain the peace. So, what are you doing? Stop it. And that's what's up. 20% around. Huh?
All right. Thank you very much. And who has ears, let him listen. And these are terrible times, Mr. Gilman. I'm sorry you have to be interrupting.
Yeah, I know. These are terrible times. We are at a cliff. Anything, the country can slip and fall back. All right? But, Abu, there will be nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with doing the right thing. Okay? We woke up this morning with riot police going on the headquarters of the CDC. Would it be wrong if our lawmakers, led by the Speaker Funati Kofa, to rein in Gregory Coleman, to ask him questions? Why is he doing this? Would it be wrong?
But that will have to
be,
Mr. Given, that will have to be in the aftermath. But how do we get this under control now? How
do we get it under control? How do we get it under control? Is to place the phone call. Somebody in leadership in the first branch of government, we got the speaker, the deputy speaker, to place the phone call. All right?
And why not the president placing the call?
Because the president sanctioned these things. You can't say Waka is not aware of what is happening. Has he said anything about President Weah being refused the VIP lounge? Has Waka said anything?
But Waka
has Waka placed any phone call to President Weah since President Weah called him and congratulated him, say, I concede the elections to you? Has he reciprocated a phone call? He has not. Okay? So you don't expect Waka, who issued the mandate to dismiss people. You saw that video? We don't need all of this. Where there was 100 people, they got 700 people, and they come with their own assigned salaries. And what happened? And he appointed his nephew to get rid of people.
Yes, sure.
What did the speaker say? The speaker said, as per 1986 Constitution, the CSA lacks constitutional authority. What have we done to rein in that gentleman, that joker?
Mr. Gimman, there is also talking, Mr. Gimman. Mr. Gilman, there is the other side I want us to look at as well, right? Because these things are happening, and of course, everybody's confused as to why these things are going on, and we'd like to understand exactly. The president is out of the country. Mr. Bogga has left the country. He's not here. Could this be an internal conspiracy? Could this be an internal conspiracy within the government and, of course, the Unity Party? Now that the president is not in the country, to create a scene to ferment other hidden agenda, while the president is not in the country, and blame it on the opposition?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What is going on at the CDC headquarters is an unprovoked attack. We saw it the other day when riot armed police officers, and we got intel that, in fact, those guys that went to the CDC headquarters the first time, those police, you saw they did not remove their face coverings. Those were not Liberians. There were few Liberians who were in the back of those riot police officers. Those guys came from Sierra Leone. You saw yesterday at LACC, you saw those police officers remove their face coverings. You could see the difference. The same thing with those AFL folks that went to RIA, that jumped out of the pickup truck to go attacking Liberian seditionists who want to welcome the president. Those were not Liberians. Those guys were brought in to carry on whatever. So what is happening in the country? Waka is in the know. And our people must stand up for that, to that. Waka will not place the call to stop what is happening. Okay? He can't place the call to stop what is happening until we stand up for ourselves. Our people in authority stand up. Okay? The great Chinese writer, professor, or philosopher, Sun Tzu, he said, every animal with blood in its veins, horn on its head, will fight back when it is attacked. The Liberian people are being attacked. Seditionists are being attacked. These are human beings with thinking faculties. What do you expect of them? Will they sit back? Will they sit back?
But responding is about capacity. The capacity to respond.
The capacity to respond. We first begin with our lawmakers. We have power. three equal separate branches of government. The CDC controls the first branch of government, legislature. Nobody should tell you we don't have power. When do our people begin to realize that? Are we going to chaperone Joseph Boakai all over the place because we are afraid the executive going to use money to influence other representatives to remove Funati Kofa? If Funati Kofa does the right thing, defending the Liberian people, promulgating laws that protect the rights of the people, reining in those ministers, agents, directors, or people who are involved with mass dismissals, and making sure those people go back to work. Do you think when they go for him, the people will not stand up against that?
Mr. Kimen,
you think the people will not stand up?
Of course they would, once they have the capacity and the mobilization.
Okay, we saw what happened yesterday when they went for those 9 young men from City Hall. Our people, I don't know what we did, but when they went for McGill, we saw Comrade Wise, Avi Wise, led the people to LACC.
I agree, Mr. Kimen. But you know what happened this morning? A lot of people are confused as to why this is happening, and we can have some thinking.
This should not happen.
It shouldn't
this should not happen.
But you have a fair.
It shouldn't happen in a democracy.
You have a fair understanding of history and the happenings of events in our country. And I want to take you. I want to take you back to this again. Do you see this? Do you see any correlation of what happening now to the Flanxameton like operation in the past during the Doe era, where the president is not around and there is a plotted attempt to create a scene, and then the blames are shifted the wrong way?
Right. There are many correlations. And what is happening here is to create that scene, that pandemonium. According to Foucault, I got a video. I think it might be the same video that the lady Kebe was trying to tell you about. You can hear the gun sound or tear gas being fired. It's an unprovoked attack. The thing here is the end result is begin to nab people, to raid people and say these people were involved into clandestine activities or subversive activities to unseat the government. It's easy. The people lie their way to power, and they are lying their way to govern. Okay? They want to blackmail people. They want to witch hunt people. They want to get people involved to carry on some fake false arrests. All right? The people didn't know how to keep the peace. The first Unity Party government had 18,000 peacekeepers in the country. Yet and still, they kill seditions at that very headquarters. President Weah, on day one, all 18,000 peacekeepers left. And he showed leadership. He showed statesmanship. He maintained the peace of the country. Was that wrong? Not to have political prisoners, to decriminalize free speech with the Camara bill or law? Was that wrong? To impede all of the criminal things associated with free speech and freedom of assembly? Was that wrong? To ensure that the Liberian people have their rights? It wasn't wrong. That was the right thing to do, because the world have moved on from punishing people for their free speech. What did Bushi Ben Keita say? when Julie Andy had her case to court against the young man from Morocco who berated her, who insulted her. There, the government is not after people for their free speech.
Okay. Okay, Mr.
But what happened to the 9? When the CSA joker called the mayor, wrote him and said, these people, for their free speech on social media, you got to let them go. And what happened? They were let go.
Okay.
All right?
All right, Mr.
But it's sad. Thank you for the time. The Liberian people want to encourage you. Keep hope alive. Seditions at the headquarters. A young brother, Jeff Koji, stay strong. Foco, you guys stay strong. Maintain the peace.
Oh, okay, Mr. Gilman. I'm sorry there's this call that I've interrupted. I could come back to you, but let me try to, I think there is enough time. Let me try to talk to the chairman of the city. But let me take this call for hello, good morning.
Can we talk off the radio, please?
Okay. Then you have to wait a little bit. And so, yeah, this is, okay, this is what it is. So let me try to see if I can get the CDC chairman, and then I'll try to call. Let me. Listen, folks, you have to stop calling my personal line. I'm using it for the WhatsApp. You have to stop calling my personal line. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay. Chief.
What's up, Abu?
Yeah, I'm on the radio.
Yeah, you and Gamer were calling me and I listened to him.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to weigh in small, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You're live, Chief. Basically, we're calling you also to make sense of everything that's happening in the country. We know we've had a lot of conversations about these things. We've sent our signals. We've sent our warnings to the Liberian people, and this morning we are seeing these things happening. State provoked, attack on the major opposition political party. And you all know, and you know very well, that the standard bearer of the CDC most of the time is in the compound there. And the youth chair is even the acting youth chair of the CDC is insinuating that there are possibilities that this was an attempt to assassinate the president, i.e., if he was in the compound on last evening.
Yeah, but you see, Abu, I listened to you and Gilman, and I'm really, really touched by the discussion points, especially when you started off. Events that are happening now, they are not surprising to some of us. And one thing we have said, which of course he lived up to, but Liberian didn't get that clearly, was that we have said that there will be no checkpoints or war on his watch. That did not indicate that indeed there will be no war. That did not indicate that there will be no checkpoints. It only said on his watch. And he did it and executed it and did everything he could to have avoided and lived up to that promise.
For the 6 years.
His left, yes. And no, it was because Bwaka made a statement that there will be no Liberia and of course blah blah blah. But he said, no, we're not going back there on my watch. So now that is not there, Liberians should start worrying now is can Bwaka live up to that commitment that we have had, and saying that peace will continue on my watch and nothing other. To the extent that we are exercised maximum restraint. Look at the kind of people who are now going on Bwaka's side. Look, when I saw this thing happening this morning and I saw the video, I began to think and reflect. I remembered when old man Sam Sion was bundled up in the military barracks and thrown behind bars, handcuffed, or senior ranking security personnel. And that matter had to go to the former president. I could hear in the back, because Galasco, their place a call to me, I could hear in the back and Zianka then wanted to make further moves. He and Prince Johnson angry very much. And we have said, no, you're leaving. I will talk to AB for you to apologize. We can do the kind of thing there. You got to call. Now, the kind of people that used to be advising, we are, because we have stood against those ill pieces of advice they used to give, that don't advise them, they are transferred to Buakai.
Oh, yeah.
So it is possible you will see your preacher just say, you know, that we are men scared of trouble. So let's just go. You know, that kind of man is scared of trouble. You always, let's just do it. Let's just do it. These are the people who are advisors to Buakai today. What do you expect?
Exactly.
You have a one-time police RG, angry young man who's very much extravagant and love material things, now serving as RG. He has mortgaged this entire country to business people. He's providing security for them. He's willing to kill at any construction companies and kill Liberians against the interests of Liberians. He's willing to do that because he has gotten back power. He has planted people in all of the security sector. LDA, he recommended that. Today, he has recommended Inspector General Director or whatever, Monrovia City Police. Gregory is everywhere. And, you know, Abu, where we are, some of us, we have tried our best to preach a peace. It is because of our advocacy over the period that the country has been stable. But there are times that will come the people who listen to us again.
But
we have tried our best.
Why Gregory keeps making the CDC a target in all of this?
I don't know. I don't know why he's a president, but I just believe it's not about the CDC. He's looking at the potential return of the CDC, and he doesn't want that to happen again.
No, but others are seeing it as a calculated diversionary tactics to be able to, perpetuate himself into authority.
That's exactly the point. You are 100% right.
Yeah,
you are 100% right.
Oh, yeah, to create a scene that there is a situation here and I can deal with it. So you always have to provoke the CDC and carry a narrative to the president. These people are violent. These people, why he continued to collect this money from businesses and concessions all across the country.
And that's exactly what he's doing. So that's why you are sensing that that's a strategy. Now, how do you think these people have seen that no investor will come to this country? So instead of them blaming it on the CDC, they are looking for a smart way to pull the CDC into it. And which, of course, the CDC obviously will have to retaliate. These are provocations. What are happening at the CDC headquarters last night or that continues to happen is unprovoked. Let's make that one clear. These are unprovoked attacks. The police just wake up, go one day and say this, that. They're going to attack the CDC headquarters. In fact, in their imaginary dream, they are still believing that the CDC is hosting security personnel with guns. But they have not raised alarm because indicating stocks of guns that the government is supposed to have had, for which they did a Pepsi Jäger that is alleged, and of course he has security guns. They did not. All the EPS people that we are talking about here, they never ever say the guys have guns.
No.
So you see where we are? You see where we are? So all these things that they are on, Abu, is just clever attempt. Now, how will investors learn route to come to this country?
Never.
So you yourself under that condition. Very good. How will investors learn the route to say, oh, we're gonna run now the CDT there. No. Everybody seeing it on Facebook. It's online.
Never.
And do you know that I am now also contemplating thinking that they deliberately may have something to do with Lone Star Cell Network so that they will shut down all of the networks in this country, but Orange is still active and they wanted to carry on this thing? Do you also want to believe the way I'm thinking? That Joseph Boakai deliberately left this country as vice president. Me, I will not be here for you to do your thing. Let you all lead the country. Don't you think that that's exactly the point?
And that is the point. So there could be people too trying to implement some hidden agenda in their absence. And they want to use the CDC as a scapegoat while the public is focused on the CDC issue, and then they are there doing what they are calculating to do.
Yeah. So you see, we got to think beyond. These people plan all the things for Boakai to skip flag day because you know bad thing was about to happen. He has already said it must happen. Boakai has approved everything that happening today.
Citizens are angry. I've interacted with a lot of them. They're angry and they are calling on their leaders to speak. They're calling on their leaders to give instruction. They're ready. One call from somewhere out of Monrovia and saying they're even prepared to go ahead bringing police station, something we discouraged about. How do you think the leadership of the CDC is supposed to address these kinds of unprovoked state-sponsored attack?
And that is where leadership comes in. The CDC cannot react to the sentiments of their partisans. This is where they still have to take into consideration leadership. And people will say that the CDC should just do fire for fire. You can't do fire for fire because Bwaka's intends to destroy this country. CDC has done significant investment in this country, has lifted this country in just 6 years. They've done well. So you don't want to destroy what you've built. And that's what Bwaka looking for. 11 then they want for the CDC to go on to buildings and start burning down buildings so that the CDC will be seen as ugly. They have come to achieve nothing. Yeah, so they have come to achieve nothing. So these are the kind of reasons they are doing these things. So we can buy into that. What best could be done is peaceful protest, civil movement, like they are doing. It doesn't matter. The world will see it. The world will know that indeed these people are very peaceful. But brother, peaceful.
You're talking about civil movement, the police and the state is bringing in armor carriers. They're bringing scary machine guns and all these things. They're bringing it for the citizens. You're telling the people to do civil movement. You think they will be protected?
Yeah, but it got to start with civil movement. Whether they are not protected, anything that happens now, the government will be calling itself to blame. And let me tell you one thing I have problem with. This lawlessness, we are discussing it, and Maga Gamer struck a point. We are discussing lawlessness under this government. And we are discussing lawlessness at the time the CDC is in charge of the first branch of government. We are discussing lawlessness. All these things are happening when the CDC is in charge of the first branch of government. This is where fanatical can be drawn in.
How?
Look, the legislature has got to have powers. Look, when Trump took over, the Democrats knew that they loved the presidency, but they took charge of the legislature. And that charge they took of the legislature, they did it, they prevented, because Trump was somebody who could operate in any form of faction as he sees it. Now, they needed to keep the executive in check. And you saw a robust Nancy Pelosi, then you saw those kind of fights. Those fights were all for the sake of the country.
But you are talking about a legislature that contains men and women with balls to stand grounds and remain firm on it.
And this is it. So let's agree that even the rest of the other people, but you look of all the lawmakers that you could sense in, like whose voice you could hear all of the time, it was Nancy Pelosi. The speaker, when you speak, they see where the speaker could want his speakership and you love it together. The speaker can make an opinion and rally for support on the floor. That's why you see Bwaka were fighting for nothing. Because they know that the speaker able to make his position clear, the speaker able to make a position and then rally on the floor to get it endorsed. Fonati is saying nothing. Me, I don't have to have personal relationship with people. I don't care about that. When I'm supporting you, I support you in anticipation of what you are able to do. Why we are to where we are is because of Fonati and meekness. We are to the mountain dismissals of people all over the place. We are here because it was tried, tested, and then today we are where we are. When the Supreme Court took that decision, and the Supreme Court said, look, Bwaka, you could not move these people because it's amounts of removal. And Bwaka said he's putting people in positions for temporary and occupancy. All the legislature who have done is that, look, we crafted the law. We did not put suspension there. So you, Bwaka, say you put in suspension there, we don't accept it and we're not well with that body. Anything that happens, vote of no confidence in anybody you put there. Let the right thing be done. Simple today, we wouldn't have acting officials everywhere into tenured positions. These positions were created and protected by these very lawmakers. But the key thing that has to be either removal, and those removals to be able to be characterized by due process. They did not put suspension. So as Bwaka is recreating the laws made by the lawmakers by putting inciting suspension. Why would they say they allow it to happen? Why would you allow the executive to make the law for you? You created, you think you don't know the word suspension? Why didn't you put it there? They sat there and allowed it to happen. And we are to where we are today. So if the citizens ready to move, let all of them leave. We close down the entire country. Look, my brother, if the lawmakers will remain to be silent, they themselves will lose their jobs. Nobody executive. They themselves will lose their jobs as well. Because if they make the citizens to think that they are useless to advocating for the rights of the citizens, then they lose their jobs too. Nobody cares about them.
Finally,
Nobody cares. We burn everybody out.
Can we say in the face of all this and the silence of the legislature in taking hard decisions, can we describe them as being rubber stamp?
More than rubber stamp. We can safely say that. In fact, the CDC leadership in the legislature is toothless. They are toothless bulldogs. I don't know what may be the rationale behind it.
Provided if they are even bulldogs.
That the whole thing said. Now I just say they are just toothless. Because I know you want to have bulldogs there. Say they are toothless. Because the leadership is dormant and sitting on some things. Look at where we are today. Workers send a recast budget and slash the agriculture budget because you want to steal. When they said it means the agriculture rate, blah, blah, blah.
I come if you're striking a very, very salient point, it's important that we expand more because our country stability is being threatened. To see the lawmaker acting the way they're acting, could it be out of fear that some of them have skeletons in their closets that they are protecting, or their hands are in the cookies jar, so they do not want to sound tough, and the executive will come after them. Some of these could be the reasons why they will kowtow into all of these unwholesome actions happening in our country without taking actions.
If there's any skeleton that you just referenced that may be in their closets, that is skeleton of self-aggrandizement and greed. Most of them, they have businesses, connections, and they are tied to government support and alliances and sponsorship. They believe that their business interests will be threatened. That's all. These people, look, all our politicians you see running to the area, they are not running there for the sake of the citizens, to create business connections to the interests of they and their families. So as a result, they will not want to threaten and undermine that to the detriment of their family. That's just all you will see. If you look at Fonati as a businessman, he has a lot of establishments all over. Who knows? They could be threatening him that this is it. You do this 1 year and that is what we'll do. So they wouldn't focus on and see now that so far who fighting her is Musa Belete, a petroleum dealer who doesn't care about whatever happens because it's whatever it is. Have you heard Benena Uraden speaking of recent anymore? Have you heard all the people who said they were focused in the country, you hear them speak with the exception of Simeon Freeman and who will come to them up to speak sometimes?
But to what effect is Musa speaking vocal? To what effect? Musa is only writing on social media. He has the power. I mean, he is not an activist. He was not elected to be an activist. He was elected to make impact on governance. And to have an impact is not to be writing on social media, to be writing communications, taking actions. I mean, these are the things we should be getting from lawmakers, not only writing opinions on social media. These are.
You are 100% right. You are going to go beyond that. And you are 100% right. The impact and the effect of that, they need to go beyond that. I'm just trying to cite that. So that you see the legs of Amara coming up here and there. Just listen to Stanley Waterspoon last night. He was even angry with them, very agitated, and of course saying that these things people are doing, the possibility that we have may come back and things will look terrible for us. All the things that are scare tactics, my brother. These guys have sensed that anything can happen. So for them to instill the fear, that's why they are doing what they're doing. They're scared.
The great teacher, thank you for your time.
Most welcome, my brother.
Okay, so let's see who else we can talk to. Austin Kawa was making an attempt. So let's hear from Austin Kawa. I think K2 would like to chip in. It's important. These are terrible moments in our country. Voices of reasonings are very, very important to be heard and listened to at about this time. And folks, difficult time in our country. And we are all on our heels to see exactly why leadership is not being brought to bed from all ends. These Facebook posting and of course I can call the Amara man or the Musa man. You're not plenty on Facebook. When you now have power, that's one thing to say, but you have power now. Facebook posting is not making an impact. You're no longer in the quadrant of activists or advocates. You are lawmakers. You're people who have a legitimate authority to effectuate change in statecraft. How well are you doing that? Is it only about the public optic? Come on social media, you write beautiful lines and all that. How far are we going beyond these Facebook posting? Okay, so let me talk to this individual has been calling and banging the phone, and let's hear. Chief, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I call you for the second time around. Can you imagine the speaker of the State legislature was in the party here this morning? He killed the chairman, and the police started to throw gas at him. He was further legal on the state. You know, the state gas situation, and the police started
I come in, my young man. You mean the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature?
Speaker Kofa, he just left from the Kofa. He was in a state that get the president too.
So if he,
okay.
Thank you very much. Librarians, are you listening? The presence of the third most powerful man in the country. It's not preventing or sending a signal to the police to stand down. And they're still acting on Gregory Como's instruction. Gregory Como's instruction on the phone with Baka. So let's see. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. How you doing?
I'm fine. Let's hear you.
Oh, this is John J. Blackburn.
Oh, Soup. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, thank you so much. What is happening? This should be a wake-up call to our lawmakers in the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. This is a repeated attempt of what Colonel Freeman did November 7, 2011. This is a strategy they have put in place to demoralize the CDC base by harassing them, intimidating them, everything. And I hope the U.S. Embassy and other missions in this country are following. During the CDC regime, the U.S. Embassy was issuing statements almost every day on helping the country. Today, they are perpetually silent with the intimidation of people's rights, infringing on the rights of citizens and people. It's ongoing on a daily basis just in 7 months of this government regime. I'm calling on Colonel Gregory Como and Freeman, Nelson Freeman. This is the same Nelson Freeman that was used against the people of cities that kill innocent people. This is the man who have a bad human rights abuse. Today, he had a hammer of power in the RMT. We said it to our people, they didn't listen. We said, Baga cannot maintain a peace. They are unable to govern this country. What they are doing is a serious provocation, and this provocation will lead to the escalation of a lot of things in this country. A former president, we want to be a peace ambassador, let him stay, but we not sit in the country and lost our lives because our democracy that people die for. And this is serious. This is serious. And no one should take this lightly.
Okay.
Our lives are on the line because we support CDC. Our lives are on the line because we are progenitor of CDC. We don't sit it, our leaders are silent. We will take the bull by the horn. And we are calling on as one of the leaders of the CDC. We are calling on all citizens to always establish the party headquarters. This is unbearable. We're not living in a police state that one morning you just will go to police to your place. You have no peace at the assembly point. We're not running a police state or an army state. No. It's a democratic process. My president, we are giving you the election for 17,500 votes. It does not mean that you are more than us. Let it start. Where is the Liberal Council of Church Leadership? Where is the Muslim Council? Where are they? Where are the civil society organizations? They are tablet because they are in the pocket of this government. This is enough. Enough is enough.
Okay.
Abu, I'm saying this. If you squeeze the baby chicken in your hand, it will poo in your hand. And this is what Baka and his left are looking for. If they cannot govern, let it transition transitional government. I can see. Working on Syria country, you will see the 5% lead, the president lead. How are they governing? How? You leave pointer on serious people, on schoolboy individuals who only want to establish their own personal game. You leave in power and say you travel to where? How do you get some of business in the country when the whole country is fragile? And say you go to business conference, what are you going to take from there? People need to know. This is unbearable.
Okay.
This is unbearable. You cannot push us to the wall with series of provocation. You think will fool our hands.
Thank you. Thank you very
much. The police in Kenya cannot even overpower the protests in Kenya. The ones growing in Venezuela, you see everything around the world, but you say provoking people. You cannot provoke our peace to serious anger, and you think you will be in peace. Thank you so much.
Okay, former superintendent of the great people of Gambassa County, John J. Bakpe. Let's connect now with Myers Beatty, who has joined us from district number 14. Mr. Beatty, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning. It's a pleasure talking to you this morning.
CDC is
Abu, I speak in my official capacity as the national chairman of the Coordinator Council of the CDC nationwide. I therefore call on all coordinators nationwide to be on the alert. Because the CDC is provoked. We are attacked. Constantly, the police continue to terrorize the headquarters of the CDC. That is completely unacceptable. We cannot continue to live in a police state. There is a nation that will build for Liberians. We are all Liberians. At this crucial time in our country, it is prudent for all Liberians to come together to maintain the peace that the CDC adhere to. But we are seeing it on a different side. So in this light, I'm calling all district coordinators, all district leaders, and partisans of the CDC nationwide in all of the districts to be on a light because we are under attack.
What are you predicting?
But what you are seeing today is the clear manifestations. You cannot overnight enter the CDC headquarters and continue to terrorize our people. That is unacceptable, Abu. Are we not Liberians? Why we should be treated like this? The past days, our attack and our brutalized. The case are the court. Citizens are being attacked on a daily basis. Why? So we have to be on their light.
Okay.
We want to signal the international community that let them open their eyes. They are watching what is going on in this country.
I like the fact that you even mentioned the international community. These things continue to happen. This is the second time in the series that the CDC headquarters have been subjected to unprovoked attack, and the international community appears silent. What does that say to you? Is there any hope from the international community?
Abu, there is a suffering nations. I believe the international community know that Liberia is able to solve their own problem. Now, when we are attacked, we are provoked. It's for our purview as Liberians. Now, only sedition. I don't want Liberians to look at them as seditions.
No, but I come Mr. Benny.
What we need to do now, Abu, is for us to evacuate our forces as Liberians. Because once one Liberian is being touched, you know that Liberian are being touched. So we, the Liberians, should get in our own house to know that indeed our country is being still alive by certain group of people. The international community, yes, they will come in based on what they will see from we, the Liberians, that indeed we want to reject these things that are happening in our country. We cannot stay surprised and allow people to terrorize other people in this country and with the international community. It is for our purview as Liberians.
Yeah, I agree.
To do everything possible
I agree, Mr. Benny,
what is going on.
But this is the point, right? The sovereignty of our country is supposed to be protected by the state. But if the state becomes a party to a situation, then we call our international friends that comes in neutrally to resolve.
I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. But
because as it stands, it is the state that's implementing these attacks. It's the state police that's doing it. So how are you going to call the same government to come to your defense? Is the government attacking you?
What I'm trying to say, the international community is no exception in terms of peace in this country because they brought peace in this country.
Oh yeah, because you can't fall on Baka is in Atlanta and he's watching these things. He has not taken his phone to call his police people to stop. He's enjoying it. He's following it. So you cannot rely on
the need Joseph Baka is not associated with peace. You know that. Joseph Baka for the past 4 years was vice president of Manasseh. Is Baka and Steady speaking? No.
Okay.
No. So he is not associated with peace. So what I'm saying is that we that have been provoked, Liberians, not only citizens, they were Liberians from the United Party that were removed from their job. They are Liberians from the ANC that were removed from their job. Are they satisfied? Should only CDC be the one to stand for the people? We need to amalgamate our forces as Liberians.
Okay.
To reject these things that are going on. We are all Liberians. We need to live in our country peacefully. We need not to be terrorized by certain Liberians.
Thank you.
So at this time, I want to call all my district leaders to be on the alert because we are being provoked all of the time and we are being attacked. There is a warning. There's a wake-up call for district leaders in our very district to be mindful and be at the party headquarters.
Is that amended? Is that amended to the coordinators?
I am saying I'm speaking as the national chairman of the Coordinating Council of the CDC. I am saying district leaders should always be at their headquarters so that people cannot be provoked in their very homes.
Okay. All right, Thank you, Marius. Thank you. I'm sorry I have to hold you there, and continue to follow events as they unfold there. You do not have sense. You know, some people you only get sense when these things are happening. Everybody will not be down there, but it's important to gauge the opinions of stakeholders and individuals associated with what is going on and all of that. I've just been told that the speaker was there at the I'm just being told okay, I'm just being told that the speaker was there, and in fact even his presence was not respected by the police. The presence of Safoko was also not respected by the police and the speaker. This is clearly a state sponsor. You know, we've used these microphones and we've said that the calculations of the Unity Party is to hijack Liberia. And then anybody, you see, and the likes of Alexander Cummings, the ANC, and other political parties in the country, there's an opportunity for them to speak out. You know, people do not see you now as a target because they know you poses no threat or no danger to their stay in power. But let me tell you one thing. When you continue to send your police people to attack seditions, your officials and their families, some of them and their family lives in the communities with seditions. Mr. Bwaka must understand that. Right? So you have to be careful. And the police will not be present everywhere at the same time. Seditions could adapt a strategy and start attacking your ministers in their various homes, in the communities, and setting it ablaze. You do not have the manpower to respond and quench or quell these situations. That's why the state is supposed to be responsible, neutral, and of course objective in this dealing. As we speak in these conversations, the police is a party to what is happening. And that we will be discussing this thing is over 3 to 4 hours. That yesterday we're not getting report about calm being restored. It's troubling. And all of you are in your homes, wherever you are now. So investor buy, you just forget about investor coming to the country now for 6 years. Because the way the state is proceeding, when I mention the state every time, I'm talking about the government. The way the government is proceeding, who's going to take their money to come here? So now, no investor coming to the country because all the people they have hope on are sort of BMs. We have exposed all of them. So Leo in our lay country, let also a man say and stuff. Boop. Right? Leave us in our lay country, let also a man say generate small revenue, do here, there, yeah. You want to create instability. How the government will be inviting these kinds of things in the country? And you say you came to develop, you came to transform, you came to upgrade, you came to uplift. How are you going to uplift the people from poverty? How are you going to uplift the people from poverty in the face of these kinds of attacks? From the very get-go, when we started seeing symptoms and the right things were all over, we started sounding caveat and calling on our moral voices to speak out and have meetings with the president and the government and remind the president about his responsibility to maintaining and sustaining the peace and stability of our country. The Council of Churches, Muslim Council, the Traditional Council. I know, again, they've been political with the Traditional Council. They have dismantled it. They've done it whatever way. But these moral compasses of our society must come out. They must say something. The civil society, a few of them have been trying, but they've been inconsistent. And you all know it is about time that you lay aside your personal vendetta for CDC or whomever in the CDC that hurt you, and stand up for the country and speak truth to power. Whether you're from the Council of Churches, whether you are from the Muslim Council, you're from the civil society, the women organizations, we saw them here on frivolous counts, leading protests, and they were well protected, besieging the legislature for no reason. In a case where Councillor Gloria Mususkat, right? In a case where she was even held accountable for. What did they do? They wore their blacks, the women of this country. Now you're seeing these things happening. You think when people are sedition, they deserve to die in their country? Is that justice? Is that equity? Is that fairness? All of you that talk about, equality, justice. Why are you sitting with all your knowledge about professionalism, all your knowledge about governance? Oh, you said the CDC was this, was that. All your understanding about running country. How are you sitting and you're seeing the country is being moved in a terrible direction and you're not saying anything? Oh, because you have disagreement with the CDC and you think your disagreement provides you justification to see human beings associated with CDC being killed, being attacked, subjected to state-sponsored attacks, unprovoked. No notice, nothing, absolutely. Attack the people. Seditions are spread all across the country. They're listening to these things. And what is even more troubling is for the speaker to visit and the security people see the speaker. In fact, through tear gas, the presence of the speaker has to be rushed out. That is bad. For the most part, when you see these kinds of high-ranking leaders appear, must send a signal, the police director. You know why I ain't allowed to talk about the police director, man? Because when man God born, I mean, your parents born you man, you say you won't be woman. They kind of thing, they kind of human being. I mean, I let to waste my time on that. People who try to confuse nature. Me, I ain't really let to waste my time. I ain't really let to have conversation about these kind of people. Let a man go settle that funny things and stuff. But again, if you do not want to talk about this man is in a position where he's affecting actions in the country. What is Gregory Coleman's issue? Gregory Coleman, when CDC assumed office, this president that you are unleashing lethal force against, this president that you and your guys are calculating to assassinate, every move he make, his surrounding continue to be subjected to attack, lethal attacks. This president appointed you to the NBC, the National Bureau of Concession. You serve in his government, protected with all your privileges given you. This man you want to attack and kill. Gregory, you worked in this man's government. You worked in this man's government. Even when overzealous partisans decided to disrespect you, this man came in and took decision against his partisans in your favor. It was you voluntarily who took the decision to resign. He does not have control over that. How come this man has become the subject of attack, that his life is in danger? Mr. Bakai, it is a good thing for your government when the opposition is residing in the country with you. It is also a terrible thing if you push your opposition into exile. If you make the environment ungovernable, unsafe, and unprotected, and political actors starts to leave the country and exit the country, it is a bad sign. It is a blessing for any government, for your major oppositions to remain in the country. That is a signal of stability. When they're in the country, they're making noise. Someone will say, oh yeah, the fact that the people can be in the country, that means the government is providing protection for them. But you see what you're doing now? You're creating an environment where people who disagree with you will feel unsafe. Voices who do not agree with you will feel unsafe. And they will leave the country. Mr. Barker, you must come to your senses. And it is absolutely unthinkable to know that this man who has been in power, in government for many, many years will not understand these simple things. What is actually going on? Who are those in the back instigating these kinds of things? These cover-up tactics. Oh, so the narrative that Mr. Barker is old, he's meek, he's incapable, he will not be able to continue, he's not end his tenure, blah, blah, blah. So you're doing all of this in the absence of the president. What y'all want to do to Barker? This thing here, when you talk so, the Unity Party is infested with a lot of narcissists, with a lot of rebels, and rebels meet in the night. They have different conversations. Even Barker himself is not safe. And then he is unleashing violence on other people. Barker, why? You just 1 year into your government, 6 years term. 1 year into it, you're inviting all this noise. All these things are happening. And you have one police inspector general who takes pride in unleashing little force on armed citizens. How come? Every now and then you are sending armed police officers to the thief. You're sending them to harass, chastise, intimidate, and subject seditions to unnecessary psychological torture. They've lost election. They're nursing their defeat. They are there. They have taken no actions to disrupt, interrupt state governance. Nothing, absolutely. And every now and then, to prove that you're working, you have to send people to go harass them. There are independent people in this country, and they are observing and documenting all of these things. They're observing. I'm not talking about the compromise, so-called compromise, stupid fools in this country 6 years ago that were talking, opening their mouth and condemning, criticizing everything. They have all cowered into silence. Where are they? Where's their independence? Where's their credibility? Where's their objectivity? And these fools were here chastising other people and talking to them and telling them and lecturing them about good governance. Where is their trainings in good governance? Is this what you call good governance? Is this what you call leadership? Is this what you call experience? If this is what Mr. Barker calls experience, then this is stupid experience. This is nonsense. This has the ability to plunge all of us into backwardness. And you sit there and you are not uttering anything, and you think Mr. Barker has the right, unhindered, to harass the state and do whatever. And nobody's talking. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody feels okay. Oh yeah, because seditions are under attack. And they are human. They have the natural instinct to respond. And that's what we are afraid of, because you know what? They still lacks the capacity to repel, propel, or even prevent any act by the CDC to do tit for tat. Absolutely, they still lacks the capacity. You can bring all you want to bring. If citizens just take a decision now that, oh yeah, we are tired, we are sick, we know how we respond to this thing. You have counties here where there's only 4 police officers. Who's responsible for the security of our citizens in these counties? And you sit here, you Inspector General of the police, you're misusing the police officers. These underpaid police officers, you are there cutting deals with businesses, concessions all across the country. You're making millions. You're wearing latest, you're wearing fashions, you're dressing up every day and now and then. Mr. Inspector General, you're proceeding wrongly and you must stop. Somebody needs to call the police to order. Somebody needs to do that. The safety of this country, Mr. Bwaka is ignoring his constitutional responsibility and he's pushing the country into chaos. That needs to be said. And somebody needs to say something. Because if you do not say anything, if this country moves into violence, you all will be held responsible. Because you were opening your wild mouths here, you're spewing nonsense. You say you're spewing independence. You're spewing good governance theories. You're there. This old sick old man that you brought on the country is putting our country into war and chaos. You're there, you're saying nothing, and you call yourself council of what? You know, we'll reach a point where the citizens will be ready to disrespect all of you. If you sit there and you think because people are seditious or they associate and affiliate with CDC, so they do not deserve the right to live in their country, we will disrespect all of you, irrespective of who you are, where you come from. Whether you're the Council of Churches, whether you are the Muslim Council, we will disrespect you. We'll disrespect your instructions. We'll disrespect your authorities because you are biased. You are unfair. You are sitting there, the lives of citizens, of human beings are under threat. What right does the police have to move to the headquarters of the opposition political party and open live bullets? What right do they have? On what grounds are they doing that? On what grounds? And you are seated there. You are taking no actions since 5 o'clock this morning. This thing has been on the radio all over the places. You are watching it in your homes and you have moral leadership. You are not doing nothing. What kind of country are we in? Why are people treating the country like this? And somebody want to blame George Weah. Why are you blaming George Weah? George Weah is off the stage. These fools took a decision. They said George Weah was not good for the country. He has left. He gave the country out to the foolish, misdirected old man. And this is where we are today. But you know why? We reserve respect for all of you moral organizations, organization. We will start disrespecting you. We will disrespect and nothing you can do. Because you know why? The culture of respectability has to be communicated by you, and you must be there at all times to speak truth. You must be fair. You are not fair. Why are you not talking? Why are you allowing Bwaka to do all of these things? Right? Liberian citizens, they seem right. You enjoy the same privilege. The Constitution is clear. There is no green Liberian. There is no blue Liberian. There is no green Liberian that enjoy protection and, of course, respect in the country. And there is blue Liberian that do not. No, it does not work that way. This is annoying. We suffer for this peace. We suffer to be here. Some of our lives were delayed. Our times were delayed. Look at how Liberians were treated under Bujumbura camp. Now that they are coming to their country, look at what you're doing. They were afraid to come to their own country, fearing that, oh, the place not safe. They come and look at what is happening. And that this is even happening by the state is even more scary. You know why the army was restructured? When the army appeared partisan. You know why the police was restructured? When the police got fractionalized. What is happening now? Look at it. Is this how the police are supposed to proceed? How do you take an unrepentant, extreme partisan and make him head of state security? What? I mean, imagine in the National Security Council now, the meeting they're having, so partisan-induced opinions, unprofessional conversations they're having. Everything. Oh, yeah, they're seditions. Oh, yeah, they're seditions. Folks, this is bad. This is bad. We need to do something about it. That's how much we can say. That's how much we can say. And let's hope somebody comes out, somebody says something. Bwaka is leading the country terribly. When Bwaka take us where he's wishing to take us. If somebody does not come, if we all do not rally, if you cancel this, cancel that, you will not remain. Who will even recognize cancel this? Have you forgotten when the old papi them was they put them small begin will come and poke kick in their behind? When there's a breakdown, the rule of law, when people do not feel protected by the law, they take law into their own hand. We do not want to go there. We have been sending messages of peace. That's what we've been doing. Our partnership with Crime Stop Liberia, discouraging violence, encouraging the rule of law. But the government is not even respecting the rule of law. Due process, no, they're flouting everything. They're breaking all of the laws. Look at the other fool at CSA. Look at what he's doing. You think he has right? You think he's more Liberian than anybody? What school? What's the quality of school he went to? What's his training? That this man will just wake up and just do anything to other people and nobody talk, nobody bring him to other. This is bad, folks. I'm sorry, Esther. Let me just take five response and then I'll leave from here. Let me just take from our ordinary people. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
My name is Rebecca. I'm calling you from you getting me?
I get it, Rebecca. Go ahead.
You party that thing here. So this someone said from my project on damage. You know they're talking, they say we all people that we can say when snake boy you when see later he can be a friend.
Oh yeah.
He can be a friend because they cannot keep up for people who are friend in the country will not know what to do. You hear me?
Yeah.
Papa, every day you're talking they want it, they nobody can talk again for I want to about no way. Yeah?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Esther. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. She wants to some of them left the family back here watching. So everything they're doing down in the month, what they do, go our parents and sister down. So if any they said they will not be that family.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's take three more from ordinary views, and then we call it a date, folks. Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, Abu here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Abu Hansari. You know, I'm in my 60s, and we know what happened to E.J. Raw. Plot against him, and he was killed. History had it that he was running for money with money. Second one was Coleman. They killed him, Tottenham killed him, and said that he wanted to assassinate him. All of them did it successfully. Then Joe Flansamington, God bless Baco Matthew, Flansamington could not plead a case against Bacchus. He was killed. The same old scenario brought division amongst us is what they are doing again. We should have to be, they were doing today, they're having press conference. In fact, first of all, the man has said on any kind of CDC side, he doesn't know anything about it either. But he was able to say the drag police officer. And for the other one that has to do with CDC side,
he knew about that
he
one.
continue to say he didn't know anything about it. He said, no, they can't confirm. But his own confirm.
But you can confirm his own.
I'll give you a word that 3 o'clock that's running. Somebody will go. Then first he said they were demonstrating. They said they were protesting. That kind of hour that protest. So he has had 3 different things. So we don't expect anything from them today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning, Freedom Family. Saturday, was dedicated for this day. You see, this is T1 Willie calling from Soul Claiming Oldfield. I've consistently made this plea and call to the House of Representatives and the Senate I said, look, representatives, when you people got in the house here, the first property that the clerk gave you was the Constitution. Your constitutional mandate is to be a referee, to keep oversight of our society. Senators, the Secretary of the Senate gave you a property in the Constitution. But sadly, these people have decided to compromise the Labrambo business for their own selfish aggrandizement. And I say that again, for their own selfish aggrandizement. There is a court, there is a group in the legislature called the 4-year Solidarity Brigade. And that brigade is being chaired by Senator Sir Joseph, and on record for saying that my name is T1P. I still respect for everything I say. Sir is the chair on that particular Solidarity Brigade from 4 years. Okay. And the vice chair is Thomas P. Fala. They have decided to ring in the speaker and other guys to do what they are doing. They are sitting and we are called consistently that our state should be saved from bloodshed, our state should be saved from tension by doing the need footing. And the need footing is the president has breached the Constitution. Okay. And our law provides that when you breach Constitution, you are in beings.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take the final caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. This is Get My Car, my power for Weaver community. You saw the visual in that guy. You know, Abu, I am damn happy this morning because enough is enough. My brother, I slap your left ear, you turn the right ear, I also put slap there. Now the finger is now on your eye. The guy is about to juke my finger in your eye. You are still waiting for me to juke my finger in your eye. This morning when this thing happened, when I was Secretary General in order, you place for today, what I was expecting them to do, to order us to action. When will you order us to action? If better will do this thing one time, let's settle it. Look, this is how we are here. We're going to be with President. We have to 2029. After 2029, and anything that happens, it's better to us stay away.
Okay.
We cannot continue to be the dick. Then you say peace.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Edmond Carr. I'm sorry, I can't go further. Okay, I can't go further. We in the call. Time is fast spent. This text is coming in. Just these texts. Okay, let me just hold it. So, let me see. Let me leave. But folks, that's all the time we have to be here. In fact, we've even gone above our time. Let peace reign in the land. Let tranquility reign in the land. Let equality be the order of the day. My name is Abu Sharif. Until we meet again, do have a wonderful time and on the road of your